Hey guys, today we're going to learn about the externals of an M4 GBBR. The M4 has been the standard issue rifle of the US military since 1994. First, we have the buffer tube. This is where the stock attaches to and where the bolt reciprocates into. Here's the lower receiver. The lower receiver houses the trigger group and is where the magazine goes into. Here's the upper receiver. The upper receiver is where the bolt cycles and attaches to the barrel. Here's the grip. This is held with your trigger hand in order to stabilize/fire the GBBR. Looking closer into the receiver, we have the front receiver pin. Punch this pin out to separate the upper from the lower receiver. Here is the rear receiver pin. When you punch this out, the receiver splits open. Here's the bolt catch. Press this to send the bolt forward and to lock the bolt back. Here's the charging handle. This is used to chamber around into the GBBR. Here's the trigger guard. This protects the GBBR from accidental discharge. Here's the trigger. Pull the trigger in order to fire the GBBR. And here's the selector switch. This changes the fire mode from safe, semi, and auto. Taking a look at the other side, here's the magazine release button. Press the button to remove the magazine. Over here is the forward assist. Press this when the bolt gets stuck and it helps move the bolt forward. Here is the brass deflector. It's purely cosmetic on an airsoft GBBR, but on a real AR it deflects ejected casings. Here's the ejection port. This is where cartridges are ejected on a real AR. Taking a look along the top of the GBBR, here's the stock. The stock is the rear end portion of the GBBR where you hold it against your shoulder in order to control recoil. Here's the castle nut. The castle nut's used to tighten the buffer tube and can take sling attachment points. Here's the dust cover. This protects the GBBR from dust and moisture going into the internals. Here's the delta ring. This is where the rail system attaches and you can tighten the rail system. Here's the handguard. The handguard protects your hand from the barrel and allows you to attach flashlights, lasers, or grips. You also need to pull it off in order to adjust the hop-up on the GHK M4. Here is the front sight. The front sight goes on the target. And here is the barrel. This houses the inner barrel and is where the BB comes out of. Here's the flash hider. It has a 14mm counterclockwise thread in order to attach suppressors or tracers. And next we have the magazine. This is the magazine notch. This part clicks into the magazine release button and holds the mag in place. Next is the feed lip. The feed lip holds the BBs and is where the BB is picked up by the nozzle as the GBBR cycles. On the top of the mag, we have the magazine follower. The magazine follower is where the BB rests in order to be pushed up by the magazine spring. Beside the follower, we have the feed lip. The feed lip holds the BB and is where the BB is picked up by the nozzle as the GBBR cycles. Below that, we have the gas router. This is where the gas is released. On the side, we have the output valve. When struck, the output valve expels gas, which is responsible for shooting the BB out and cycling the GBBR. Below that, we have the inlet valve. This is where the gas goes into the mag, and typically it's on the bottom of the mag, but for GHK, they have it on the side. On the bottom, we have the base plate. The base plate can be removed and features Colt trademarks. Just to summarize, we have the buffer tube, lower receiver, upper receiver, and grip. Taking a closer look, we have the front receiver pin, rear receiver pin, bolt catch, charging handle, trigger guard, trigger, and selector switch. On the other side, we have the magazine release button, forward assist, brass deflector, and ejection port. Along the top, we have the stock, castle nut, dust cover, delta ring, handguard, front sight, barrel, and flash hider. Looking at the magazine, we have the feed lip and magazine notch. On the top of the magazine, we have the magazine follower and feed lip. On the side of the mag, we have the output valve and the inlet valve. And lastly, on the bottom of the mag, we have the base plate. Thanks for watching, like, comment, and subscribe.